Welcome back to Kotlin Bootcamp for Programmers. Hi, my name is Muhammad John from Tricky Solution. In this episode, you are going to learn about arrays in Kotlin. I'm gonna cover Kotlin array built-ins, Kotlin array, sorting arrays in Kotlin, Kotlin two-dimensional arrays, and finding elements in array. Sorry for these types. Kotlin array reduction. Let's get started with Kotlin array built-ins. How it works. I'm gonna open the IntelliJ IDE first, and then I'm gonna paste some codes in built-ins functions or built-ins methods. Now I have a number int array of 1 2 3 4 5. If you want to find the average of this int array, I can use the average function. I can then output the average here. Now if I want to use the size of this array, I will use the nums.count, the nums and then the counts. And then if I use the sum of these numbers, what is the sum of these numbers? All the numbers inside an array, I can use a method called sum. Numbers, nums, the name of the array, and then sum. If I want to check what is the maximum value of this, the maximum is 5. Or if I put here as 31, now the maximum is 31. I will check the what is the maximum of number. Here the output will be 31. Or what is the minimum of this? The minimum is 1. Let's see the output. The average number, what is the average? I don't know. The average is 8.6. And what is the count? How many size it has? There are 5 elements. As you see, 1 2 3 4 5 elements. And what is the sum? The sum of each element is 43. If you count it, 2 1 3 3 31 34 and 34, this 4 38 and 43. What is the maximum? As you see, the maximum is 31. And what is the minimum? The minimum value is 1. It was for built-in, some cool functions and built-in methods. So let's go to the second one, how we can sort the array. I want to print some unsorted array. Here I want to print 7 3 3 4 5 9 1. These are not sorted array, but I want to get a sorted array. I can use this sorted array functions, as simple as it is. Now if I use to print that, I have to use arrays.toString functions and sort numbers inside this toString functions to display these numbers as array, and it will sort as an ascending order. It means it will sort 1 2 3 4 5, this one, the smallest one at the start and the maximum number at the end. Now if I want to sort this as a 7 3 7 4 5 or something like first 9, then 7, then 4, then 3 3, then 1 in descending order, I will use sorted arrays descending methods. And in this case I'm going to get sorted array of this array in a descending order. Let's see the output. Now as you see here, I have 1 3 3 4 5 7 9, and then this is the descending order, 9 7 7 9 7 5 4 3 3 1. It is in descending order. Now this is for sorting array. Now Kotlin also have two-dimensional arrays. In all programming language we have two-dimensional array. What is two-dimensional array? Let's talk about that. I have an array here, array of. Now inside this array I will have another array. Now inside this array I will have array of and another array 1 2 3, and this will be also another array, like array of I wanna have Kotlin I will have Java another array. This is programming language, and then I will have array of I wanna have array of countries like India, like US, like Afghanistan, or let's say. Now these are arrays inside the arrays. I will it should be here. Now if I let's print these arrays. How we will see? If I print directly println dot nums, so you will see the address of this array. You will see the address of these arrays, the address, not anything else. First, let's see the address. And now, what is the way to do that? Now, also we can use the arrays dot toString, and inside the arrays dot string nums, we use this one. We use this one to print an array, and to print an array. Now let's see, it is a two-dimensional array. Can we print? No, we can print itself the values. Here it is not an array inside array. You are printing that, but these are also again an arrays. Then it is printing the address of these elements. Now what we can do here, we have one cool features, one cool methods here. Arrays dot deep to string. If I use deep to string, it will print each and every element inside the array. Even we have if we have an array inside this array. Let's test it. It can do this or not. Now in the fourth function, I wanna have an array of like India city Mumbai, sorry for typo, Mumbai, and the second element like Delhi, like this. Now we can print these elements or not. Even this is array, three-dimensional array. It is three-dimensional array. This is one array, this is the second array, this is the third array. Inside the third array we have a new array. It is even three-dimensional array. We can print in using deep to string methods. Now how we can find an elements inside an array? How we can find elements? Finding elements is very necessary in coding, in programming, especially in arrays, that most of the times we will use to find an array. For example, there is a scenario that will tell you that find the first even number. How you can find that? Val first even equal to nums, sorry for that, nums, and after nums we will use dot find. This simple function will help us. Inside this, it will find us an element, and it needs a function. It needs a lambda function. I wanna use it as 8, and this percentage and 2 equal 0. It means if this iteration divide by 2, and the output or the remaining should be 0. The remaining value should be 0. For example, if it is 2 divided by 2 and the remaining is 0, like 0, it is an even value. Then print that for us. Now I wanna print that value, like println the first even value is. Now I wanna print that first even. Let's see the output. As you see, the first even number is 2. Inside 1, 2, this 2 is even number, so it will divide by 2 and it will check the remaining value. So as you see, 2 divided by 2 is 1. It is the dividend, but the remaining value is 0. If I first of all, if I divide 3 by 2, 3 by 2 is 1 and the remaining is 1, so it is not an even. Now this numbers don't find will check from the first iteration. Now what if you want to check the last number, find last, it will check from the last even, so it will check 9 divided by 2 and the remaining is, the dividend is 4 and the remaining is 1. It will not get, so because it will not get a true value here. Now if it divide 8 by 2, the actual value will be 4 and the remaining is 0. Now the last element will be like 8. As you see, the 8. Now it was for finding an array, how we can find an array. Now we reach to the most commonly used part of an array. How we can use, what is that? It is array reduction. I want to type here array reduction. Actually, this array reduction is a terminal operation that aggregates array values into a single value. We use the reduce function. We use this function. We use the reduce function to apply a function against an accumulator and each element an array from the left to right to reduce it to a single value. I want to show you with example this one, because this is so confusing. You have to learn this. It will help you a lot, but at the same time it's a bit confusing. I have a list here: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I want to multiply each items. I want to multiply 2 by 3 and the result multiply by 4 and the result of multiply by 5, the result of all multiply by 6, the result of all multiply by 7. How we can do that? At the end we want to get a single value, the multiplication of all items. How we can do that? We can use it by the simple reduce function. Now val total, I want to get nums dot reduce function. This reduce needs only 2 arguments. This reduce take only 2 arguments. First one, accumulator. Accumulator means every time it accumulates, it multiplies by multiply these items and store that inside accumulator. If I multiply 2 by 3 and store that inside this, and the second time it will multiply by 4 and store that in accumulator, and the fourth time it will multiply by 5 and store that in the accumulator. This I is nothing but each element. First it is 2, we can rename it as the next value. It is first it is 2, second time it is 3, fourth time first it is 2, second it is 3, the third time is 4, this number. And now we can multiply these items, accumulator multiply by next value. Now in this function we are multiplying each item and the result is multiplying with the next accumulator. And now it first of all it comes and multiply accumulator to 2. It means the first accumulator is 2, it will multiply by 3. Now the second time it get the result as a 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and the second time it multiplies 6 by 4. The third time it multiplies like 24 by 5, like this. Now if we print the value, now let's check the total value. The total value will be like it will be a long number, like 5014. Now most of the time in every programming language there is a piece of small code, a small program that is called factorial. How we can find the factorial of a number using this reduction function? It is very simple. Now I wanna get data from the numbers. I want to get the size of the factorial. I want to get the size of the factorial from the user. Now how can I do that? Can use by var size equal to integer dot value of readline. This readline will get data from the user. Now I wanna print something here. Can I print that? No, I cannot print. So the readline will get a string from the user, and after getting the string from user, it will store that. It will get the integer value of that string and store that the value of that integer to the size. Now I wanna create an array using programmatically. How can I do that? Var int array enter equal to, I use this array and the size of that array inside the size, and then I will use the constructor to build the array 8 plus 1. Now why I'm using this? As I saw the initializing, as I taught you the initializing using the constructor of an array, because this array is in a class, we can use its constructor, and inside its constructor I'm using a lambda function. I can do this like item as a lambda, items as a lambda function, then we can use item plus 1 like this. Let's be as it is. Now what it does, it will first of all, it will get the size of the array from the user, and it will create an integer array of the size. For example, I want to create an array from the 1 to 10, and then I wanna calculate the factorial of that. Now var fact equal to, using int array with the help of reduce function. Now we have accumulator, and then we have the I or the next value. Then I wanna multiply each and items. How can I do that? The accumulator times the next value. Now if I get an each and every element, we will get the factorial of that number. Now println, I want to print the factorial of what? The factorial of size is fact. Now I want to print this string. The factorial of, for example, 5 is 120. The factorial is 2 is 2. The factorial is of 5 is 4 is, for example, 24. Now let's print that. First of all, so right now it is blank. It need a parameter. It is blanking. Now I want to put 5. If I press enter, you will get the output. The factorial of 5 is 120. See the magic. It will help a lot. It will help a lot in finding factorials number or accumulating all elements and storing that inside that functions. This was a simple example that I mentioned. So that is it for this video. If you like this video, please thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. and stay tuned. See you soon on the next video.